Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's see what you got. Check 37, check 37. Jim.
Second and 5. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Second and 15. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, New York.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. They'll give this to Bell running right. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Come on here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing on 1st down, Fisher. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's go one more.
On 3rd down, Fisher. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fisher. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Fisher. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Jets' 30-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, 15 line. All day, baby. All day. Check.
Operating from the gun, Fisher. Airing this one out for it, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 49 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down. Fisher. He finds his man Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football.
He's got a man. Complete. A big gain of 31 on third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
He's checking. Crash. Check 13. Check 13.
To throw on third down. Fisher. He's got Evans. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
That's what I do.
On 1st and 10, Fisher. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, Fisher. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 29-yard line.
Let's go to base. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Big start.
To throw on second down. Fisher. And his throw is incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, tight.
They'll go again with Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw. Fisher. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch it. Safety's creeping.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fisher. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
A gain of 15. And the Jets first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Fisher. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught here by Bell. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Complete to Le'Veon Bell. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Quinnen Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Tackle.
Mike 54.
On 1st down, Fisher. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't gonna throw away. He's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. A gain of 3, second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to it.
They go to Johnson again. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Johnson. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Detroit, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.